I don't even know where to start. Shiba Inu's project lead Shytoshi Kusama has just published a detailed update regarding the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and this is going to be my detailed review. And from this, we're now able to see a more clearer picture of where everything is headed. The article has details including an expected ballpark timeframe for Shibarium, details about SHI the stablecoin, an introduction to the Shibarium financial ecosystem, which is a new term, SHIBFI, and also an upcoming event for designers, programmers, and developers called the Shibarium Hackathon. And there's also the revelation of Shiba Inu's first legal counsel who's going to be representing Shiba Inu, especially when dealing with contracts with multi-billion-dollar organizations which Shiba Inu is already having talks with. Oh, and did I mention apparently ShibaSwap 2.0 is completed and ready. And Shytoshi also mentioned that Shiba Inu is developing a decentralized conglomerate which can be compared in structure to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. So all this was covered in today's article, and I can tell that Shytoshi was excited as he wrote this because he gave an overview of how all these are going to work together to give SHIB incredible value. So if you're interested in getting a proper breakdown of everything, I've got you covered. Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. Do you ever get the feeling that Shiba Inu is onto something big, but just can't figure out what or how? Maybe Shytoshi can clarify that for you now. Alright guys, let's get right to it. Today Shytoshi released this major update on Shiba Inu's roadmap, which included some progress updates. And as per usual, I'm going to be going through all of it with you, but I'm not just going to read everything word for word, but I'm also going to highlight and illustrate the main points and give you context. The article actually starts out with Shytoshi's usual Sun Tzu quotes, which are always very telling of the theme of the article, as well as the market context at the time of posting. The quotes say, "A leader leads by example, not by force," and also, "In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity." The article is titled Shibshire Blastaway, in a cheeky reference to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, and it starts off with a vision of Ryoshi and the vision of the Shiba Inu project in general. In the article, he states that the main financial components are nearly completed, and that's speaking of course of Shibarium and SHI the stablecoin, and also the Shibarium financial ecosystem, also known as SHIBFI. He suggested that his expectations for these items to roll out is before the end of summer or early fall, so that puts a rough time frame of close to the end of September. Shytoshi also confirmed that ShibaSwap 2.0 is now completed, so I guess that means that it's ready and probably just waiting on Shibarium. He also mentioned that it's going to continue to evolve, which is what we'd expect, especially if it's something which the community is going to be involved in. Now, Xfund is the team which is developing Shibarium, and he mentions that Shibarium will be the backbone of everything in the ecosystem, and that it's going to utilize the BONE token for governance and gas fees, as we already know. And then the SHI stablecoin is now nearly completed. Now this is currently in the testing phase, or I think it's going to be in the testing phase. However, a timeline wasn't given beyond the one which was already given, which is towards the end of summer or early fall. So I personally put it around September as well, or probably even earlier. And in the lead up to these projects being launched, Shiba Inu is planning what they call a Shibarium Hackathon. Shytoshi said that this is an initiative which is going to help educate the community about Shibarium, and through this, Shiba Inu intends to reward teams with funding in order to help them build on Shibarium. Now, in my view, this is probably going to be one of the first things to happen. And for those of you who don't know what a hackathon is, here is a definition. Basically, a hackathon is a design sprint-like event in which often computer programmers and others involved in software development, including graphics designers, interface designers, project managers, product managers, domain experts, and others collaborate intensively on software projects. And another definition puts it like this: a hackathon is a timed event which teams made up of both technical and business experts get together to collaborate intensively on creative projects, and the aim is to design, build, and present the most innovative solution to a problem, and then pitch a final concept, prototype, or presentation to stakeholders. Now, this is a very common thing which happens when a new blockchain launches. They usually incentivize developers to come and create their projects like tokens, swaps, NFT projects, and games on their blockchain. A good example of this is, in the middle of last year, Avalanche, which is a blockchain project, a fairly new one, they raised millions of dollars which they then gave to developers so that they can build robust projects on their blockchain. And also, there's another layer 2 blockchain project which I like called Immutable X, and they focus on being a blockchain which is specifically for NFTs. So they also recently incentivized developers to build projects on their chain, and it's been very successful so far, as they've now got hundreds of projects who now use them, and some of them even have licenses with big companies like Disney. And we also know that Xfund and Unification said that Shibarium is going to be optimized for gaming. So it's possible that Shibarium is going to attract a wave of crypto gaming teams. I think this has massive potential because the gaming and metaverses are going to get a lot of attention over the next years, and all Ethereum based games, they need to be on a layer 2 in order to be viable. And then later in the article, Shytoshi talks about the Shibarium financial ecosystem, or ShibFi. This is going to be strongly linked with SHI, the stablecoin, and I do get the impression that this is what used to be called Shibanet. And Shytoshi also refers to Ryoshi's article, which states that SHI is going to be a weighted liquidity pair on major platforms like Aave, Curve, and Compound, and of course on ShibaSwap. So I suppose this is going to be good for those of you guys who are into yield farming. And then my favorite part is how Shytoshi explains the power of Shiba Inu being truly decentralized. He envisions a scenario where once everything is up and running, there will be effectively multiple Shytoshis who are all running and leading their own projects on Shibarium, utilizing the full ecosystem which is already in place. For example, think of someone starting their own project, whether it's a crypto-based project or an in-real-life business like Wellies. They can have their core business or service, and then they can use Bone Token for community decision making and Leash perhaps for exclusivity access, all while transacting on Shibarium constantly. And this is going to mean there's going to be constant flow of burning SHIB tokens. So basically a decentralized system will already be set up for you. All you'll need to do is bring your project, your product or service. Kind of like how Shopify already has a system which is set up for you to sell your goods. It lets you design your website and also has apps which have certain features, and all you really need to do is add photos and text and choose how you want to be paid. So it's just like that, but you know how Shopify is centralized, but the Shibarium financial ecosystem will be decentralized. Shytoshi goes on to explain that all this time since Ryoshi's article, the team has actually been building things that benefit SHIB. His view is of a multi-industry decentralized conglomerate similar to the multinational company Berkshire Hathaway. So basically this company is owned by Warren Buffett, and it has its hands in everything, including retail, manufacturing, transport, and even ketchup. So the exciting thing is the Shibarium financial ecosystem will give birth to something which he calls the Shibshire Blastaway, which is essentially a decentralized version of this entity where many different businesses and projects will build up on the Shibarium financial ecosystem. And that's what the Shibarium Hackathon is intended to spawn. And if you've watched this channel for some time, this is exactly what we've been saying Shiba Inu has the potential to do. I even once did an animation video which illustrated the impact of multiple businesses operating on Shibarium and how that is going to impact the price of Bone Token and also Shiba Inu. I'll leave a link to this video somewhere in the top right and also in the comment section below. So, just like Warren Buffett's multinational company grows through mergers and acquisitions, Shiba Inu is going to be growing through its strategic partnerships on Shibarium, like Wellies and John Richmond and Now Payments, as well as through other internal projects like ShibaSwap and also the metaverse and the games. So as more businesses partner up, Shiba Inu is going to become more resistant to market fluctuations because it'll be diversified across many industries. And I actually did a video recently where I explained how Shibarium actually has the benefit of burning more SHIB during bear markets. And I do go into it in a lot more detail. I think it's the video which I posted just before today's video. So you see, Shytoshi actually says businesses like Wellies are actually kind of like a proof of concept for what future projects can do with the Shibarium financial ecosystem. And that's actually brilliant because all people now have to do is to replicate their system and customize it to their own respective niche. The article goes on to say that there's actually some projects who've already started concepts for Shibarium. And this is exactly what decentralization is going to look like. The team is actually expecting an influx during the hackathon, and they're going to announce a way to streamline the process in order to manage this influx sometime this month. And towards the end of the article, Satoshi explains that he's currently working on what he calls a SHIB narrative for the Shiba Inu card game. And this is going to tie in with all aspects of the ecosystem, like Shiboshis, the metaverse, and even John Richmond, so that everything kind of talks together. I'm personally imagining this kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where each movie carries an overarching plot, and there are occasional crossovers which require you to have watched another movie for context. Satoshi explains that this narrative will give both SHIB and its partners a competitive advantage. And finally, recently Satoshi teased the letters CK1 in his recent tweet, and today the article revealed what CK1 meant. Basically, CK stands for Craig Kessler, and this is what I tweeted as soon as I read that section. I tweeted, "Things just got serious. SHIB Army, say hello to SHIB Army's first legal counsel, Craig Kessler, specializing in contracts with the big dogs. He's worked with Amazon Studios, Hulu, Prime Video, and you know what comes next." So basically, Satoshi says that due to the scale which Shiba Inu has grown by being listed on over 100 exchanges, by building an ecosystem of tokens and projects and partnerships, they've started conversations with major multi-billion-dollar brands with high-profile executives. And at this level exposure, it's now critical for Shiba Inu to have its own legal counsel which specialize in contract law. And this is going to ensure that any partnerships will directly benefit the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And to me, this is a major sign that Shiba Inu is about to get involved with some major brands, and this is awesome. Craig, he's going to finalize the contracts for the SHIB Metaverse Studio, as well as other contracts and NDAs. So welcome aboard, Craig. We are going to need you. And that just about sums up everything for my comprehensive review of the recent update from Satoshi Kusama. For me, this is going to be a special year for Shiba Inu, and the next few months leading up to the end of summer are going to have lots of actual launches. And I think that Shiba Inu is going to shock the crypto space again. I personally wouldn't be surprised if we are featured on something like the Coin Bureau again before the year is over. Once again, if you like the way I cover the Shiba Inu ecosystem, guys, the best way you can continue to support this channel is by simply hitting the like button and also leaving a comment. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of Satoshi's update? Once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.